Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 Career Mode. And as you guys can see by the title of the video, it is called The End. Now what do I mean by this? It's very simple. Now as you guys know, and I made it very clear in the first ever episode on this series, I'm mainly an F1 channel, and F1 2019 is around the corner, and starting from tomorrow we are allowed to upload content. Therefore, pretty much, you can't know what this means. We're going to put the series on ice for a little while. I'd rather just wait and take a break and not rush through it, because I could have done 3 races per episode or more, and I'd rather take my time and do it properly. So what we'll do is we're going to do today's episode, and we're going to say that pretty much it's going to be the equivalent to a summer break. So we'll take a little bit of time off from the game, maybe about a month, hopefully, no more, just a month. I want to try and focus on F1 for the release month, and then we'll go back to MotoGP after the inverted commas summer break. So first of all, if you guys missed the last episode, you can check it out by clicking on the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. But for this episode, let's jump into it here and let's see what we have on the table. Now, we have the Austrian Grand Prix and also my home race at Great Britain in Silverstone here. So 2 big episodes, and then for the remainder part of the season, we'll have Misano, we'll have Aragon, we'll have Thailand, we'll have Japan, we'll have Australia, Malaysia, and also the Comunidad Valenciana. So we've got pretty much 9 races to come back to, more or less, after the summer break. Sorry, not 9, that's terrible mathematics there. 7 races. So, yeah, I think that'll be the best scenario for us, and I hope you guys do appreciate it. Like I said, I know there's a lot of people saying, try and do both at the same time, but it's too much work. F1 takes so long to record, it's such a tricky game, and it can be very unreliable at times, and it just messes your plans up. So I'd rather take some time off and focus on F1, and then give this series the respect and time it needs, and in many ways it deserves, and we'll come back to it and do it properly, and then we'll go finish F2, and then we'll jump straight into MotoGP. So with that being said, before we jump into Austria, we do have 40 development points. Can we spend them anywhere? Let's have a look. And it's looking like the only place we can spend them is the engine braking. So we'll put them on the bike. And there we go. We've got an upgrade already on the bike for this episode. We've only got 1 upgrade left on the frame and 2 on the engine. So with that being said, let's jump into the first race at Austria. And let's crack on with practice. Let's see how the bike feels. Try and get it shaken down. Try and set the pace. And see if we can jump straight into Q2. With that being said, let's jump into the racing. Big wobble there, just making sure we get the bike slowed down. At the minute we're looking good here to complete this first practice program, as we have good pace. We've beaten the time threshold also, our lines are pretty smooth. Around this circuit, tyre works pretty good as well. The rear tyre doesn't really get that much of a workout because there's such long straights. It gives it a real good chance to cool down. So let's try and end the lap here strongly and try and complete the practice program here. Last couple of corners now. But I'm tempted to run maybe a medium in the race. We'll see how the front holds up. But there we go, at the final corner then. Let's see if we improve on our previous lap. A 32.6 it was before. We do a 32.1. So there we go, a bit of an improvement. And we smashed the first practice program. Now we're going to move into the second one for the quick lap simulation, as always. And we'll use that as our way to get into Q2 with a fast lap. Currently, we are P7, 1 second off the pace from Alex Marquez. So let's get our head down. Let's get on those soft tyres and try and set the benchmark. 10th up there on Marcel Schrotter, but I'm a little bit wide into the penultimate corner, but I reckon this lap should be good enough to get us into Q2. Here we go then, up to the line. Let's see what we do. A very scruffy sector 4 up to the line, and we do actually just still improve and beat Marcel Schrotter there for P1. So that was our best attempt on the double softs, and to be fair, based off the lap times I saw before, the AI do seem quick around here. Let's have a look at the results, and there we go then. So just a fraction quicker than Marcel Schrotter. Jorge Navarro, my championship rival, P3. And everyone's running soft medium, so it's pretty close. But in terms of the double medium tyre, we're not that quick. So it could be close. We're going to jump to qualify now and see if we have any more pace to give. And fingers crossed we can try and go a little bit quicker. Okay, so we're into Q2, currently P5, so others did improve. Schrotter, Baldassari, Luti and Marquez. Crucially, Jorge Navarro did not improve, so he's in P6. So let's see how we get on. It's time for qualifying. I've been struggling with this corner all weekend long. I can't get it sorted out. Luckily though, we do get a good exit, so that's going to make up for a little bit of lost time. A little bit hot there, but we got a very nice run through the previous corner. I think this will be a decent lap overall. I think we've hitched the benchmarks, and it's a 30.6, so that's not too bad. We match our our practice time, so that's not too bad as an opener. Let's go again on these tyres, and let's see if we can try and improve on that. Bit scruffy there. A shame, we was 2 tenths up in sector 1, but we kind of threw it away, and we don't even improve, so we're going to come back in, and strap on one more fresh set of softs and try and go one more time and see if we can improve, because I feel like that 0.6 ain't going to be the one. Okay, so with 8 minutes to go pretty much, it's very close at the top. Marcel Schrotter is putting the pressure on. He's within a tenth of a second. It's looking very close. I think in the race it might be a tricky one for us, because look at that, the top 13 within a second, so it's very close. But we are going to go back out on the softs and try one more time to try and improve. I reckon we can get below a 0.5. I think that's possible, so we'll go again. Not the best line through there, but we've got such a good first sector. Hopefully we can try and keep that advantage. That's much better through there, much better. Still up here, 2 corners to go. Luti's going to run wide. I think he's pitting in, so that's going to get out of my way quite nicely actually. Poor through there though, got it all wrong, way too hot. We might have just thrown away our advantage. Up to the line, do we improve? Yes we do, there we go, 0.4, I'll take that. That lap will be enough. I think so, I think everyone's already on the limit, and that's the lap I wanted, in just below 0.5. I said that we had a sub 0.5 in us, and we have delivered. So there we go, job done. I think that should be okay. Okay, so pole position once again for us in this season here in Moto 2 for the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. On the front row with us, we've got Marcel Schrotter and Remy Gardner, Luca Marini, Alex Marquez, Lorenzo Baldassari on the third row, and then Luzi Bastianini and my championship rival Navarro on the third row. So we're looking pretty good, 1 second faster than my championship rival down in P9. So with that being said, let's move to the race and let's try and extend our championship lead. Okay, then here we are on the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. Let's see how we get on and can we try and extend our championship lead. We start from first place. Once again, Marcel Schrotter very close to us in P2. But first of all, let's change the tyres. I'm going to run a soft medium for this race because tyre wear is pretty low and we should be okay on the front. So we're going to do that. And we're going to see how we get on there and try and win this race. I'm doing the more aggressive tyres because I want to try and pull the pin at the start and try to open up a gap. There we are though, P1. Let's see if we can try and be there come the end of the race. Let's jump into it. Right, here we go, the 5 red lights, come on, at Austria. Lights out and away we go. Gonna keep it in first gear. There we go, shift to second, then third. Marcel Schrotter with a good start. We're gonna try and go late on the brakes around the outside, but we don't quite make it work. We're gonna have to settle in P2 here. That's okay by me, then we'll just try and follow Marcel for now and then hopefully make a move. I had a feeling the race pace would be close though. I said it in practice. And there wasn't much of a gap in qualifying. That was probably one of the closest qualifyings of the entire season, so that's normally a sign. At the hairpin, and look at that, Baldassari throwing one down the inside there. I was very wide, and you can see here we're actually down straight on our speed power here, so maybe an engine upgrade is needed for us, as Baldassari completely leaves us for dead there on the straight, quite surprisingly. Let's try and settle into this race though. Stay consistent as Marini tries to have a look there down the inside. Hopefully we can stay in front for the next couple of corners here, preferably. There we go, that'll do. I went very narrow on that apex there because I knew Marini was looking for a move. As speaking of moves, Baldassari looking for a move there on Marcel Schrotter. good end to the lap though. We opened up a little bit of a gap there, and we now look quite clear in terms of the gap we have behind us, so we can now focus on the two guys in front who managed to get past us at the start and try and chase them down as Baldassarri and Schrotter do battle for first place. Baldassarri and Schrotter here side by side at the end of lap 2. Kind of hoping they start battling a little bit more so I can close the gap. 30.5, we're literally going even faster than qualifying pace at the minute. Like, the pace is not weak at all. We're on the limit, all of us. So we all do pretty much 30.5. So we're all doing our quickest laps of the weekend in the race. That's kind of the telltale sign that it's very close. But at the minute, I can't really close up too much on these two guys. I need them to drop on pace a little bit. Okay, then a bit of a better lap from me. There we closed up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Another 30.5 from us. Consistency being the key. And Marcel Schrotter still holding on to P1. Baldassarri can't quite get a move off at the minute. And we know how quick that Dynavolt bike that Schrotter is on, and probably the fastest bike on the straights out of the entire grid. So if Baldassarri can't pass and he breezed past us, then Schrotter must be really quick on the straights. Baldassarri down the inside of Schrotter again. This time, I think he's going to get it done. They're literally hitting each other side by side here on the pit straight. 2 laps to go, and they're still side by side here. Another 1 minute 30 from us, this time at 0.8, dropping off the pace a bit. I'm going to be hot into the first corner. I'm using the curb on the outside to slow me down. That's a new tactic I've discovered in the race to help me out. The curbs tend to slow you down in this game, but I'm actually using them to slow the bike down so I can hit the apexes and brake where the AI do. Let's try and close in on these two some more though if we can. And see if we can make some progress here. A little tap of the curb there again. As you can see, it just helps me get the bike slowed down and also get the rotation. Tyres overheating big time here at the minute. And I'm struggling with that a little bit as I'm losing a little bit of performance. Also tyre wear starting to kick in. And on that lap I think I actually lost a bit of ground to the front too. I can't see myself catching them unfortunately. I'm so close, I'm right there, but I just don't have enough. The pace is so close between all three of us every single lap that I just don't have enough to make the difference. Oof. Big high side there. I thought I was going to get the momentum there. But instead we got a massive scare. Last lap, let's try everything. Oh, really wobbling here. Trying my hardest to close in on Schrotter and Baldassarri, but I've just run out of tyres. In hindsight, a medium hard might have helped me out, but then we wouldn't have had the same pace at the start. We are struggling here. My rear is over 150 degrees. Come on. Let's try a little bit wide there, had a mid-corner wobble into the final corner, late on the brakes, but no way through unfortunately. Schrotter's going to win it in Austria. We try our best, but Baldassarri P2, we're going to come home P3. Still though, it's a decent podium and some decent points for us in the race. But there we have the final race results then, and the confirmation of the front three, with Baldassarri bringing home the fastest lap, a 0.4, fastest lap of the entire weekend, and then nobody else got anywhere near the 130s. And let's have a look then. I can't see Navarro anywhere. And he's P12. Wow, Jorge Navarro, our championship rival, down in 12th place, really struggling at the minute. He had such good form and such good pace at the start of the season, but now he can't get any good consistency. In terms of what that means for the Riders' Championship, we are now 22 points clear, and Marcel Schrotter and Baldassarri overtake Marquez, and they start to close the gap to the front two. And in terms of the Team Championship, we are currently P4 still, only 2 points behind Flexbox HP40 now, so we are closing them down. They actually overtook us in this episode. I didn't realise that we was actually ahead of them, so fair play, but hopefully we can try and overtake them very soon. And Speed Up and Dynavolt are split by 7 points, so it's very close there between those two. But that is the standings. We now move into the next race, my home race in Britain. Let's jump into it. Okay, so currently midway through, or should I say towards the end of the Track Affinity practice program, and at the minute we're looking pretty damn good. We've already beaten the time threshold on our first lap, and we've got more than a perfect score. So we're going to bring it through the final corner now at Woodcote, flat out through here, and see what lap time we set. Tom Luthi setting the pace with a 208.3. We're about half second off that to 6/10, so we need to find some lap time if we can. AI seem pretty quick around here in principle though, and we're going to see how we stack up later on. But first of all, we're going to look at the lap time. So we're currently P9, 8/10 off the pace, so Marcus has just gone fastest, and looks like a few of them are running the hards as well, so bit of a mix of tyres there. But we're now going to do the qualifying, the quick lap simulation, and we're going to see how fast we can truly go on a set of softs. It's been pretty much a near perfect lap, like such a good lap on these soft tyres, and these tyres are so much quicker than the mediums. But we're going to smash Luthi's time, we're going to smash the time threshold, and as a consequence smash the practice program. There we go, a 2:06 across the line, very quick lap, and we passed with flying colours. So there we go. That's done. That's going to easily see us into Q2. I'd be shocked if something didn't happen. So let's confirm the lap time. So 2:06.1, and you can see they were quickest by 2.1 seconds. What a difference a set of tyres makes. But there we go then. That's that done and dusted. We're now going to move into the real thing, into qualifying, and let's see if we can try and get pole in my home race. Okay, so we're into Q2 as top seed, number 1, which is good. So it means that no one else got faster than us, which is to be expected. I mean, we did go really fast in practice. So let's see if we can try and translate that practice pace into a pole position. Wow, this is going to be over in a flash. 2.3 up on Luti already. The pace on the soft tyre is just ridiculous. It's so much quicker than the medium. I didn't have pace at first, but with the soft tyre, it's a different ball game. Let's just take it nice and easily now through Luffer, nice and tidy through here. And this is going to be our 1-9 lap because we don't need to do any more because it's going to be easily quickest. Here we go, through Woodcut, up to the line. 205. Not quite, 2:06.0, but still way quick enough for pole position, and that is qualifying done already. We don't even need to go again. Right guys, so here we have the final qualifying results, and actually in the end it was pretty comfortable, but the AI did go faster than expected, to be fair. Alex Marquez did do a 2:08.0, which is just within 2 seconds of my lap, but the big one there is Jorge Navarro in P3, and he might be able to challenge in the race tomorrow, being that close on the first row, and knowing that the pace gets a lot closer in race trim when we run the harder tyres. It could be a threat. With that being said though, we've got pole in my home race in Britain, but now let's move into the race and try and pick up the 25 points. Right, here we are on the grid for the British Grand Prix. Pretty simple. First place, we want to win this. First of all, tyres, medium hards are going to be the way to go because this is a very tyre wet heavy circuit, especially on the rears, and we're going to try and secure the 25 points. Let's do this. Right, here we go then. The 5 red lights come on at Silverstone. Lights out and away we go. And it's a really good start from Alex Marquez there on the right hand side. We're going to try and get across. Navarro with the whole shot though, as I feared. He might get a good start on the inside line. A little bit wider out of turn 1. Got to be careful, but we are going to get the power down here as we power back past Jorge Navarro into Maggots and Beckett's here. Got to take it easy on the harder tyres at first. Got to make sure we don't overdo it. There's going to be very little grip on these compared to the softs. Turn 5 there, got to be careful. I thought I was going to go down there for a second, but we managed to get away unscathed. Navarro's P2, so our rival's right behind us in terms of track, but not right behind us in terms of visuals. He's dropped back a little bit there, so we've got a nice little gap already forming. 5 lap race. Let's see if we have the pace here to establish a bit of an early lead. and try and open up gap. So much understeer on these medium fronts already though through there. Really struggling to get the bike rotated as we go down towards the Valve chicane here for the first time in this race. Get it slowed down just about. These harder tyres are so much more trickier to really find the pace as Fernandez goes down there. Through here, nice and easy. There we go, now flat out. Right then, half a lap down, and Navarro is trying to make a breakaway for it and trying to catch me up. We need to push on. Oh my goodness, whoa! What the hell was that? That wasn't even an attempt to make the corner, using me as a brake. Wow! How did we not crash there? What the hell was that from Navarro there? Gee whiz. Oh, 2 can play that game, mate. 2 can play that game. We're going to make sure we get back past, and it's not going to be pretty, that's for certain. Let's just stay nice and close here through Luffield, and we'll try and get a good exit, or not. Matt Marcus trying to slip down the inside there. That's really just like offset me there. I had a nice gap as well, but for some reason he just absolutely sent one. They used me as the brake and it caught me off guard. As lap 1 draws to a close here, and Navarro is in first place somehow. Going to take a wide line through turn 1 and try and focus on my exit. Let's try and put the pressure on him a little bit and barge our way back past if necessary as we go into Maggots and Beckett's. Around the outside, there we go, inside for the next corner. Mate, he does not care too much. Swapping across me like that, that was risky. We could have both gone down there. We're going to get the power down though, take a different exit line. Onto the hanger straight then, here we go. Can we get a bit of a toe here from him? Looks like at the minute he's all over the place trying to break away from the toe. Into slow corner now. Let's get it all slowed down if we can. Let's not run too deep. There we go. Nice and tidy. This is where I struggle the most, into the chicane. Along with, of course, the other chicane where we just got absolutely dived on before. But I'm going to go down the inside here. Return the favour. Using third gear there by accident. And there we go. There's some contact. And that way he can't get back past. That's a block pass if I've ever seen one. Sorry, mate. But, you know, you did it to me first. So the gloves are off. Let's try and get through the actual F1 turn 1 here, unscathed, a little bit wide. That's going to compromise my line through Farm. And here we go again into these slow hairpins. I bet he launches one down the inside again. Okay, not there. This time, let's get down to the apex a bit earlier. There we go, that's better. And Navarro's actually battling with Marquez as Baldassari goes down. That's one of the heavy hitters. And Marquez is now P2. Look at that. Marquez and Navarro were battling just a moment ago. Look at the gap that's formed. Now we can try and break away here as we come towards the end of lap 2. Fastest lap, 208.7, but that's still 2.7 off our quality pace. What a difference to the tyres though. We just have no pace at all as Sam Lowe's sets the updated quickest lap of the race. Okay, that's more like it. A 2 minute 7.8. Establishing our dominance and our pace and opening up a pretty good gap there to Alex Marquez and also Bastianini behind. Navarro's down to P4 now, so he's losing some ground here with 2 laps to go. This helps me out in the championship. Ooh, that's wide. A little bit too rash there. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's take it easy now and try and bring this one home. Let's not overdo it. Here we go then into the final sector and the final part of the lap here into the complex. Very good performance today. It would have been much smoother had Navarro not tried his luck and used me as a brake, but even still, we got the job done and we're going to prevail here today. And unlike in Austria, we are this time going to secure the full 25 points and the top step of the podium as we go through Woodcote here, through the final corner, and we're going to win my home race at Silverstone. Get in. Yes. Big 25 points. Let's look at the results, and you can see there we win. 25 points to our name as long as nothing else goes wrong, and looks like we also got the fast lap as well. And also Navarro finished P7 in the end. Wow, P7. That was bad for him. He had a terrible race, lost so much ground there. Bastianini and Lutti on the podium. Marquez misses out, and Marini as well. Chevy Verge there in P6 with Binder and Nagashima running out the top 9. But what does that mean for the Riders' Championship? Well, we are now 38 points clear of Navarro heading into the second half of the season, well into the second half of the season now, and we're looking pretty damn comfortable. And in terms of the team championship, we are back into third place, overtaking Flexbox HP40, and we are currently P3 there, and only 39 points behind Ego Plus Speed Up, so you never know, we could potentially catch those guys up later on in the second half of the season. With that being said though guys, that is going to be it for this episode of the MotoGP 19 Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like, and like I said, I'll be back soon in about a month. We're going to take a little bit of a hiatus on the series as a focus on F1 2019, but if you guys are new to the channel and you want to check out some F1 content and also future MotoGP content, then also get subscribed and turn on notifications to not miss a video from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next episode very soon, but until then, it's goodbye from me.